Not yet.
Oh, that one, yeah. No, actually, I've given up on it, you see. I think growing up is overrated, and the more childlike we can be here in our later years, the happier we are when we get to them pearly gates.
I'm going to state that 3-year-old point, though.
That's right.
Anyway, so we live in an area of Norfolk that was busy being annexed out of Norfolk County, north of the city. It was one of the last places in our area, so Riverview and the area near where Old Dominion is, Lambert's Point, all of that had been scraped and gridded by streets by the time they finally got around to this little peninsula called the Marsh Estate. And I still don't know if Marsh is the name of a family or they said it because it was just marshy. But for those of you who know something about that part of Norfolk, the two creeks on either side of what is now called Colonial Place were called East Haven and West Haven. Well, West Haven Creek has since the middle 20th century been called Knitting Mill Creek because of the knitting mill that was built along it, and East Haven is just Haven Creek now. But Haven Creek is stopped at 42nd Street now, and at Delaware, which would be about 48th, and the other one at 42nd Street. But if you look at the 19th century maps, where Lambert's Point Road is, that was the road to the quarantine house, and that's along about 33rd Street. So we're talking about many, many, many blocks were just spackled over.
A lot of solid fill.
Who wants a marsh?
Or sort of solid fill.
They're buggy, they're smelly, and of course, you know, in the 19th century it was kind of a nuisance and to be gotten rid of without really understanding about the ecosystem and what marshes do to clean the water and also provide an incubator for many forms of life. One of the most biodiverse spaces on our planet is in the wetlands. And I know you all know this. But anyway, that's our particular story. And a little bit later we'll sing a song about what happens when the creeks come home looking for their bed. Well, we know what happens, right? We don't drive on those blocks when it rains hard. But anyway, that is exactly, and actually that word is in that song. But this is more, this song is called Peaceful on the Water. There is a reason why we are drawn to park the car and just get out and walk down to the edge of the water. Even when we're driving home, Bob says, oh, let's drive by the water. So we go way out of our way, which probably puts particulate emissions in the air. So maybe that's not such a good idea. But we can't help ourselves. We want to drive home by the water. We want to be near it. We want to see it and feel it. And one of our favorite things to do is after dark, we like to go down by the World War II memorial that's on Mayflower Crescent and just kind of sit there and smell and listen. At all different times of the year. And you always see that tidal action coming in, that water coming home, because it is an estuary, right?
Yeah, for those of you who like to read maps, this is part of the Lafayette River.
Yes. Which is a tidal salt estuary, and the water comes
off of the
in,
Elizabeth River.
and the water goes out. So you see, you're always aware of that tide, but by the time it gets that far in from the ocean, it's very gentle, very peaceful, kind of like Wormley Creek. You see the water coming in, see the water going out. It's like it's alive and animated, and you can hardly see what's happening in these marshes, and yet it's a teeming, diverse space. So anyway, so Bob said, why did you say peaceful on the tide? It's like because the tide there is very peaceful, and I think that's kind of what draws us there. So this has a chorus that says, peaceful on the water, peaceful on the tide, mother, I'm your daughter. And you guys can say that too, because you're confident, right? Mother, I'm your daughter, side by side, river wide. Where the sea becomes estuary, tidal waters leave ocean foam, slowly cool. the creeks on the river, where the marshes welcome them home. There is magic here in the margin, where the salt meets fresh, beneath land. Takes a moment only to feel it, takes a lifetime to understand. Oh, it's peaceful on the water, peaceful on the tide. Mother, I'm your daughter, side by side, river wide. Velvet waves of sedges and cattails, so diverse, yet teeming unseen, in that dance of flora and fauna. Feel the marshes washing us clean. Oh, it's peaceful on the water, peaceful on the tide. Mother, I'm your daughter, side by side, river wide. Yes, the beat is there in the distance, bands of bridges, sleek streams of steel. But as twilight fades into darkness, hear the calm our voices conceal. As the surface merges with silence, breeze above and hints from below, you can feel that watery oneness, that the margins all